What is up, everyone? King Caliber here. Welcome back to Talk Week, Episode 2. Sorry I haven't posted a Talk Week in so many weeks. It's just my schedule is totally off, and I'm going to try to fix it in the future. I'm so sorry about it, guys. But I'm going to start styling my hair this way, just because I like it better. Other than the down, it's too... But, Talk Week, Episode 2, welcome back with your host, King Caliber. We got more Fallout 4 stuff today. Now, if you are a true Fallout 4 fan, you probably have heard about the Fallout 4 DLC coming in the future. So we've got 3 DLCs. We've got Automatron, which is coming out in March, Wasteland Workshop, which is coming out also in March, and we've got Far Harbor, which is coming out in May, supposedly. And we're going to be talking about these DLCs. What is Fallout 4 going to look like once these DLCs come out? What's going to be changed? How is the game going to be so different? What's going to be in these DLCs, features, stuff like that. Just predictions, suggestions, speculations. Let's get into it. Second episode. So, let's talk about just something simple, like Automatron. Automatron is going to be a DLC coming in March for $10. Basically what this DLC is going to be is you're going to be able to build, supposedly create and customize your own robots, just like the Power Armor system. But you're going to be customizing your robot companions. From what I hear, you can give them voices, guns, paint jobs, all that stuff. Just make your own robots, and this sounded so cool. So I actually made, on Fallout 4, I made a character that's based on like a mechanic type of character. It's going to be mostly repairing stuff, and I'm going to actually get the Automatron DLC when I can, and use the Automatron DLC with that character mostly, and then just build robots and make Sanctuary my main, base, stuff like that. And I just decided to make a character wrapped around the whole DLC because it just sounds so cool. Automatron is definitely going to be the first DLC that I get. Now let's go to Wasteland Workshop. Wasteland Workshop is very, very cheap at a stunning $5, which means this isn't going to be a very, very big DLC, adding stuff to the game. But basically what Wasteland Workshop is going to do is allow us to create arenas in our settlements, which is what I hear. We're also going to get some new stuff to build with, decorations probably, because the thing says redecorate your home or whatever. But we're going to get to cage animals, raiders, or even could be Deathclaws, and we can make them fight against our settlers in some kind of arena. Like in a screenshot I saw, like your settlers watching up here, the Deathclaws in the cage, ready to come out and attack the raider or settler or whatever. I'm not sure if you can use settlers to fight against your people that you capture. That's actually pretty sick. I think you would actually capture raiders and then some kind of animal or another raider or whatever, and just make them fight against each other. That sounds so cool. There's settlers up in the area watching. There's a sign that says live Deathclaw fighting or whatever. And it just looks really, really cool. Very dynamic. And can't wait for that one as well. Since it's $5, I'm definitely going to be getting it in the future. It's so cheap. Now let's talk about Far Harbor. This is the first big DLC that Bethesda has for Fallout 4. Definitely exciting. Very exhilarating. It is $25. It's coming out in May, from what I hear. And basically, this DLC is, it's sort of like Point Lookout in a way. When I saw some of the screenshots, I was like, this is definitely Point Lookout type of thing. We're going to Maine, the coast of Maine, from Nick Valentine, and we're off to find a young woman and a synth group or whatever, and unlock the secrets of Far Harbor and help them or leave them dying. So that's what basically what Far Harbor is going to be. I'm super excited for that. It just looks so cool. It's like Point Lookout. I actually did kind of enjoy Point Lookout in Fallout 3. It was very short. And also another thing with Far Harbor is that Bethesda has actually announced that Far Harbor is going to have the biggest, and I said the biggest, landmass of a DLC they have ever created in a game. That just sounds just insane, because some of the maps in Fallout 3 DLC were actually pretty fucking big. But this is probably going to be at least half of the map size of Fallout 4, if not like 3/4 of the map size, which is of the base game, which is pretty insane. for a DLC, which means this DLC is probably going to have a lot of questing throughout the land, because we're going to have such a big landmass, and it's just going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. Far Harbor, $25, coming out in May, and yeah, I can't wait for that. But now, leave what you guys think in the comments below. There's supposed to be new weapons and armor, and even settlements and dungeons coming in Far Harbor as well, which sounds pretty cool to me. I always love new weapons and armor. The base armor and weapons can get a little boring, including the settlements. I want new settlements to be seen. The settlements probably gives me an idea that we're probably going to get to build settlements or like houses and land in Maine, which actually sounds pretty cool. We're going to get to actually build settlements in Maine, supposedly, because new settlements in Far Harbor. What else is there to say? You're going to be building settlements in Maine, which sounds just really, really cool. And it looks like in the screenshots, it looks like a very watery DLC. There's a lot of water. Like you can see the sole survivor with Dogmeat on this like boat sailing towards Far Harbor probably. And I'm definitely looking forward to these DLCs coming in the future. Like I said, getting Automatron soon. The mechanic is probably going to be one of my builds I add in the channel, because it's just going to be such a big build, because it's based off of Automatron. And yeah, I can't wait to be doing some DLC content soon once it comes out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I heard the two smaller ones, Wasteland Workshop and Automatron, are coming out in March, when Far Harbor is coming out in May. And Bethesda also announced that they're going to have at least $60 worth of content coming in the future through 2016, which is pretty amazing. And I don't think they're just going to make DLCs through 2016. I think they're going to make even more in 2017, and stop somewhere in early 2018, possibly late 2017. I don't think they just make DLCs throughout 2016 and just stop. And yeah, that is basically Talk Week Episode 2 with your host, King Caliber. I will see you guys in the next video, which will most likely be Fallout 4. And yeah, peace out.